Ground is broken for a new local animal shelter. A local student organization meets with local officials, and we welcome a new partner at EAN News.
The last weekend in April promises to be beautiful across East Alabama. We will have the complete forecast coming up.
Coming up in sports, one local coach has officially reached the 800 career win milestone. Also, we have two teams playing baseball tonight in the state playoffs. We have more on both of these in just a minute as EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards. Mike Stedham has the evening off. We here at East Alabama Now Local News are proud to announce that we are partnering with the popular Calhoun Journal website to expand our local news coverage. After weeks of meetings and discussions, the two companies agree that a collaboration will provide us the resources we need to provide you with the news coverage you deserve. EAN will continue producing our daily local newscast focusing on Calhoun, Cleburne, and adjacent counties, while the Calhoun Journal will remain a written news venue provided for free to its readers. We started EAN News in October of 2022, producing a local newscast 3 days a week. In May 2023, we expanded to 5 days per week and included full weather and sports coverage. EAN is available on several web-based media platforms, and we will now also be seen on the Calhoun Journal site on our own separate section and on the Newsbreak app under the Calhoun Journal. Ground was broken this morning for Cleburne County's first ever animal shelter. The facility is a joint project of the County Commission, the Heflin City Council, and the Cleburne County Animal Shelter Board of Directors. County Commissioner Laura Cobb says it has taken months of hard work to raise the money necessary to build the much needed shelter.
About 2 years ago, I seen the need for a shelter because of the dogs that we were having to pick up, the different animals that we were having to pick up through the county, and we needed an animal shelter. So a few of us got together and talked, and I got with several of the commissioners, and we seen that, that joining a venture with the city of Heflin, we can make this possible.
Heflin Mayor Robbie Brown says getting this shelter started has been a real community effort.
It's been needed for a long time, and this is just a testament of how the county and the city working together can accomplish things. And so we're proud to be breaking ground today, and we're proud to be a part of the animal shelter, the Cleburne County Animal Shelter. And we got a good group, the 501c3 group, that's going to be running the shelter, and we're just proud to partner with our whole community. And we're still going to need a lot of support, so we just ask everybody to chip in and be a part of it.
The shelter is being built on land leased from the county, and the board plans to start accepting cats and dogs that have been lost or abandoned throughout the community once the facility is completed. County Commissioner Emmett Owens says the commission has donated $200,000 to the shelter, which is something his constituents have been wanting and needing.
I've been in office for 12 years, and I think every year our new commissioner comes through the door, they talk about where do you take animals out on the street. So by joining together with the city of Heflin, and hopefully the other municipalities will join in with us, I think we can make this thing successful.
While the new building is the first major investment in the shelter, it will also require staff members to keep it going once it opens. Paula Hillen-McLaury, the shelter's board vice president, says the group will need continuing public support to carry out its mission.
It's so important to take care of our animals, especially the strays that are dumped around our county, and to make this county a better place to live by having a great animal shelter. But we need the community support. So we ask you to come out, support us at our events, support the shelter so that we can keep the doors open and make this a better place to live.
Hillen-McLaury says people who want to donate to the new shelter can find them on PayPal at Cleburne Co. Shelter or send a check to them at P.O. Box 1104 Heflin. Their email address is cleburneco.shelter@gmail.com, and their Facebook page is Cleburne County Animal Shelter. When we return, local students get a chance to influence area leaders.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
The Vision 1 program at Oxford High School held an area-wide meeting this morning to give local students from several schools an opportunity to talk with municipal leaders and share their ideas on how to make East Alabama a better place to live. Oxford High School Principal Heath Harmon says the idea behind Vision 1 is to give students a real-world view of how communities work.
The cool thing about Vision 1 is the city leaders have then taken those ideas and put them into to action. So it gives our students an opportunity to have a real world project for a real world audience. And when you can apply what you're learning in your classrooms with like real world activities, it's just powerful. And above that, although that's very important, it's just the actual connections that they make with our city leaders. It gives them the confidence of being able to have those conversations and those connections that'll really last for a lifetime.
Lori Denton, head of the new CREATE program in Oxford, says the Vision 1 program is a great way for students to see how they can make a positive impact in their community.
These will be our future leaders of the city of Oxford, and so by letting them form relationships with our current leaders, it sort of lets them see how government works and what they like and what they don't like, and know that they have what they need to make those changes. And so we are very relational. We want them to build their relationships with us and other communities so that as they begin to grow older and choose their careers, when they need help, they have the people that they know they can reach out to, and we can kind of help mentor them and help them with what they need to continue to be successful and pursue their goals.
In addition to government leaders, influential area business people also take part in Vision 1 sessions. Alpha Insurance agent Thomas Shelton says it's a great opportunity for them to share their experiences with students considering various business opportunities.
Also about real world struggles that we face as business owners and the things that we face marketing wise, budget wise, anything of those aspects that you don't get from the day-to-day, core education. Because nowadays there's a lot of kids that are interested in entrepreneurship and stuff like that, and it's just nice to be able to sit down with them and give them advice and give them knowledge that it took me a long time to learn, and a lot of bumps down the road that I'm able to give them, and them have that from the get-go instead of learning it 5 years after experiencing some tough times.
Today's meeting brought in school administrators and students from across the area. Jacksonville High School Principal Dr. Russ Waits thanked Oxford for hosting the gathering.
We felt like it was important to make a connection with city government through reinstituting a Youth and Government Day for seniors, because that's tied directly to their senior social studies curriculum. And now that we've done that, we're ready to kind of piggyback and utilize that channel that we opened to have a regular dynamic where students and city leaders are interacting. So we're in the expansion mindset.
Blair Steffens brought several students from Munford Middle School, and she says her students got some good ideas during the program.
We have a good foundation at our school of student leadership, but we've gotten a lot of ideas on how to connect to the community. So that's going to be our number one goal with what we're taking back from what we're hearing today. So just getting community partners in and community leaders so that students can have a voice in what's going on in our community.
EAN also talked with students at Oxford about what they feel they get out of the Vision 1 program.
Vision 1 means a big thing about leadership and responsibility. It has taught me that I have a voice and I can use it.
So Vision One is a program that it really encourages students to get involved with city leaders, to get involved with teachers and principals, and to get their voice heard. So a really cool part of Vision One is that we get to have monthly meetings where we meet with city leaders, and we get divided up into groups specific to what we're passionate about, what we bring to the table, and we get to talk about changes that we'd like to make in our city, some things that we love about our city, and some things that we'd like to adjust to really cater to the people that are coming into the city, some new people, and also the people that we would like to stay. So we get to sit down, bring our ideas to the table, have them tweaked, and have the adults, give us their advice and just things that they've learned over the year to help grow as an individual and also to grow as a club.
Being in Vision One with the city is pretty much taking us as the younger students and working with our city leaders, our policemen, our firemen, our not student council, our city council, and we're doing different things with them, and we're communicating what we want and what they want, and we're making ideals, and we're rebranding kind of the city that appeals to everybody. And that's like the main goal of Vision One, is to make Oxford appealing to everybody, and we want the other regions and the other schools to like us and like the things that we have around.
Some things we have accomplished this year are we have gone to Diversicare. We've started a fundraiser for fuzzy socks for the people at Diversicare. We've also spent some time with them, and we have an outdoor classroom at our campus, and we have been working on fixing it up because it's overgrown.
And when we come back, another area high school gets high marks from a national magazine.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Jacksonville High School has been recognized as a top-performing school in Alabama. That's according to U.S. News and World Report's 2024 Best High Schools. Among the 296 high schools in Alabama ranked, Jacksonville was ranked 36 in Alabama and number 1 in Calhoun County. The rankings are based on data from the 21-22 school year. Well, we've enjoyed a beautiful week. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us if we can expect continued beautiful weather or if we're going to have to dodge rain clouds and chilly temperatures. John?
Katie, the cold weather is gone. We are headed to summertime, and we're heading there very quickly. Temperatures in the 80s, and we're going to stay there for the foreseeable future. We'll have the complete weekend forecast for all of East Alabama next.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
A beautiful spring day on your Friday across East Alabama. Temperatures rising into the 80s today, 82 for the high, about 5 degrees above normal. We promised you yesterday that the nighttime temperatures were going to begin rising as well. 57 this morning, again above average for this time of year. Record high temperature, 90 degrees back in 1986. The record low at 37. The sun rising on your Saturday morning. Look at that now, before 6 a.m. at 5:58, and the sun setting this evening at 7:23. We've got a great forecast coming up. Let's jump into it. Weather on your street on this Friday night. 10th Street in Anniston. Up on the mountain tonight as you go over from Anniston to Golden Springs. You live in that area. Maybe a few clouds out there, but otherwise going to be very mild tonight. The low at 64 degrees. We'll be in the 70s for most of the evening on 10th Street Mountain in Anniston. Tomorrow, more great weather coming. A mix of clouds and sun on Eagle Crest Boulevard and Eagle Eagles landing in Jacksonville out by the high school in Kiddystone. 81 for the high tomorrow. No rain in the forecast. Just a very pleasant April afternoon coming up on your Saturday. As we look ahead to next week, more of the same coming. Nakalula Falls in Gadsden. If you're looking to take a day to the falls, maybe you got a field trip planned or something out there, temperatures are going to keep rising next week. We're going to be in the 80s every day, and by mid to late week next week, we are going to be in the upper 80s across East Alabama. You're going to see that right now in our 7-day forecast as we're going to be looking at temperatures staying in the 80s for the next several days. We've got low 80s pretty much coming for the weekend and the early part of next week. No rain in the forecast until at least Tuesday. Even then, only a 20% chance of a shower. The rain chances remain on the low side, less than 50%, about a 20% chance on Wednesday, 20% on Thursday. Look at these temperatures. 84 degrees on Tuesday and Wednesday, 85 on Thursday, rising to 86 on Friday. Pretty high rain chances, not an all-day washout by any stretch coming, but our biggest chance of rain coming in the next 7 to 10 days will be in about a week on next Friday. But again, temperatures are going to remain well above the average for this time of year. Nighttime lows mainly in the 60s all across East Alabama. Some very fine weather coming your way. It was not fine weather 13 years ago tomorrow. Tomorrow will be April 27th, and of course, the historic tornado outbreak. All you really have to say, really not a name to it, all you have to say is the date, April 27th, 11. Really, if you just say April 27th to folks in North and Central Alabama, they know exactly what that means. 62 tornadoes, a number of EF3, EF4, EF5 tornadoes across North and Central Alabama on that day. It began early in the morning. This was tornado number 1 up in Waterloo, in the northwest corner of the state in Lauderdale County. And then, as you can see, more tornadoes raking the state. It finally ended that night with the Verbena tornado down in Chilton County. And in between, you can see all these tornado tracks. Here are all of the tornadoes that raked across that day from morning to the night across North and Central Alabama. Hundreds of people killed, thousands injured, complete devastation in a lot of places, and 62 total confirmed tornadoes in the state of Alabama 13 years ago tomorrow, April 27th of 2011. I'll be back here tomorrow morning to break down your Saturday forecast across East Alabama. I'll be here on Sunday and Monday mornings for your breakfast forecast for all of East Alabama. Right now it's sports time, and we've got a local high school softball coach hitting a big milestone. Namath Pitts has the story right now in sports. Namath.
Thanks, John. There are successful coaches in the state, and Brian Hess is certainly one of them. He accomplished something truly incredible here recently. Brian Hess once was an Alexandria Valley Cub, and he loved it so much that he came back. Now he has been at Alexandria for over 20 years. Over 20 years ago, he started the fast pitch softball program at Alexandria. In his time at Alexandria, they have not missed the playoffs. They have won a state championship. They have won more area championships than you can count. Will add 800 career wins to the list of accolades for Brian Hess. His Alexandria Valley Cubs beat Lincoln 17-1 to give him his 800th career win. His current win total now stands at 802, with the area tournament, regionals, and state all coming up over the next few weeks. Congratulations, Coach Hess, on winning 800 career games. The second round of the AHSA state baseball playoffs started last night with 3 East Alabama teams hitting the diamond. There are 2 more that are playing tonight. The Oxford Yellow Jackets hosted Parker in round 1 and beat Parker in 2 games. Buckhorn hosted Huffman in round 1 and also won in 2 games. Oxford travels to Buckhorn tonight for a doubleheader with an if needed game 3 taking place tomorrow. Here is Oxford head coach Travis Jansen giving his thoughts on hitting the road for the second round of the state playoffs.
It's a different experience to be on the road. I go back to the Fort Payne road trip because it kind of, I guess we're heading in that direction, and it's a little bit of a long trip, 2.5 hours, and I know our guys will be excited to play whether it's on the road or at home. So I don't think it's going to be that big a factor. I guess there's a factor of seeing a ballpark that we have never seen before and getting used to the nuances of what a park plays like and things like that. But our guys are they're super excited to keep playing, and I think the team's in a good spot right now and just need to keep playing the way we've been playing.
The Southside Panthers traveled to Arab in round 1 and beat Arab in 3 games. Springville hosted Ardmore in round 1 and won in 2 games. Springville travels to Southside tonight for a doubleheader with an if needed game 3 taking place tomorrow. Here is Southside head coach Shane Chappell giving his thoughts on Springville.
Yeah, we got Springville coming in this week for round 2. We're familiar with Springville. Coach Ford does a great job. You know, he's had over the last several years have been running one of the best teams in the state in their class. I think 2019 they ended up beating us in the quarterfinals and ended up going on to win the state championship. And you know, they got another good team. You know, this year, I think they're 25-9, you know, which speaks a lot of itself that, you know, they know how to win games. You know, they're really solid on the mound. You know, I know they're led by Carter Samuelson, you know, who's the number 1, who's tough to score on. I think he's only been giving up like 3 earned runs all year. You know, the guy Alex Holland, you know, who's usually their game 2 guy. He's kind of the same situation. He's just very, very good on the mound. You know, defensively, they're going to be very solid. You know, they're going to make the routine plays. And then offensively, you know, you got Grant Martinez, who's kind of in the middle of the order, who's dangerous, and then you got, you know, Alex Holland again, Jacob Connor, those kind of guys that we got to make sure we're careful and know how to pitch. But I think our guys are excited. I think, you know, what we did last weekend, you know, was a big boost in confidence. You know, Shelby Houston, who's a freshman who started game 1 for us, that ended up going 6 innings and a third, and you know, came out with a lead. I think just having that under his belt going into this series is going to be another boost of confidence for him. And same thing with Eli Stewart and Trey Frazier and those guys. So we just know there's a challenge that it's not going to be easy. That we got to be able to handle adversity, because there's going to be times that, you know, things aren't going to go our way, you know, whether it's a mistake by us or something they do good by them, that we've got to be able to just play, you know, pitch by pitch, inning by inning, you know, and just keep punching back. So we're looking forward to that challenge. You know, right now our focus is just trying to have a good week of practice. You know, we had a good start yesterday. Hopefully we'll stack another day today and do 2 more days on Wednesday and Thursday and hopefully have confidence knowing because of our preparation.
That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Katie.
Thanks for the update, Namath, and thank you for watching today. You can find us here online every weekday on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or our website. Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather content whenever it's convenient for you. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.